Hey guys, welcome to today's show. Today we're going to talk to Sophia Gallardi, a sophomore at Mundelein High School. Sophia is a former gymnast and now dances for a company outside of school. Her parents own 2 restaurants in Mundelein, Tina G's and Tavern on 60. In her free time, she loves baking food, coloring, and hanging out with her friends and family. Her favorite class is to go to at school is Spanish class. And let's hear more from Sophia now. Hi, Sophia.
Hello.
Good morning. So can you tell me more about being a former gymnast?
Okay, so I was a gymnast at Libertyville Gymnastics Academy for like 10 or 11 years, but I competed for 8, and it was fun. I miss it. It was a lot of commitment though. So it was like 4 days a week when I was like 6. And it was constant conditioning, everything was work hard. There was a lot going on, and like I used to be super strong because of it too, and then I quit, and I was just like, yay, food. But when I was in 7th grade, I quit competing because I was also competing dance for the first year. And dance competitions are Friday, Saturday, Sunday, depending on how many like dances you have. And then I had a Friday, Saturday, Sunday competition, and then I went from the dance competition, drove all the way across the state to go to the gymnastics competition. So I looked at my mom, and she's like, yeah, you have to choose, and I chose dance because it was only like my first year. And I'm kind of glad I did, but I kind of miss it still.
I mean, that's a pretty hectic schedule. So then, do you do any sports here at Mundelein?
No, because for dance we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday practices, and then since the competitions are Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if there were meets and stuff, or like I wouldn't be able to because I wanted to do gymnastics and I wanted to try out track, and I like couldn't. But I don't know. I was on the edge of it freshman year, and then I didn't. So I'm just competing dance.
So what's your favorite part about dancing? Like as a group or maybe individually?
I think I like dancing in small groups of like 6, 7 people because that's usually the girls my age. Like we dance in groups like that size. But I also like it more when we're doing like jazz dances versus like lyrical dances because I'm like all hyped up.
Yeah,
and
jazzy and stuff.
So I like that a lot more than I like slow dances.
Okay, yeah. So let's go to Spanish class. Why is that your favorite class?
I'm not really sure. I think because growing up with like, we had a lot of people who spoke Spanish who were around us. And when I was in preschool, my mom was always like, oh, Sophia, like practice your words so you can talk to them in Spanish. It was simple things like, hola, ¿cómo estás? It was just simple things like that, but that like I always learned. And then I think it's just because I've been doing it for so long, but I find like, I just think it's super cool. I just think it's super interesting and stuff, and like, I like it.
So do you think you're gonna want to learn more Spanish languages beyond Spanish?
I'm not really sure because I'm like really into the whole Spanish thing, but sometimes I struggle with English, and there's a lot like, from Spanish there's a lot more grammar things, and it like Italian kind of interests me because I am Italian, but like, I don't know, like maybe.
So we can talk about that more after the break, but we are now going to commercial. Always kind of like what you do.
Trade in your old iPhone and get a new iPhone free at Verizon.
Did you say something, Paul?
Huh? No.
Can I round our trip? I love our trips.
Oh, me too. But no, I'm good. I know where I'm headed.
How about music?
I don't really feel it.
What a fun drive. We always have so much fun. Remember that one time we...
Sure, you loved your old iPhone, but you'll love your free new iPhone you traded for even more.
I got the... Hey, look, it's the State Farm guy.
Hans and Franz? You pumped up our wallets with the discount double checking, so we want to pump you up. Sorry, what? Pull us, you flapping loser!
You'll thank us later. Roll your boat.
Gently down the loser stream. Doesn't this hurt?
Not with those puny arms.
It's a start.
Yeah, not bad.
Really?
Pump up your savings with a discount double check. State Farm.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We're going to continue talking to Sophia now about languages. So, Italian. So you said that interests you because you are Italian?
Yeah, my grandfather was technically first generation, but all of his older siblings were born in Italy. So when they all came over, they all knew Italian because their parents knew Italian.
Right, yeah.
And I had a couple influences in my life, like people who worked with my parents and people who, like, I was related to who all spoke Italian. Like, most of them, like, have passed on that, like, it was their native language. But it still kind of interests me, and it's really close to Spanish. So I think it'd be pretty cool to learn and, like, maybe keep it going in the fam, you know?
So then, have you ever been to Italy?
No, I really
It's so beautiful there.
I found out that all of my family went last year during Christmas, and I wasn't invited. So it's kind of sad, but it's okay. So that's where I plan on going, like, sometime in my life. I really want to visit it.
So, Sophia, currently at Mundelein, you're a sophomore, right?
Yes.
What's the difference, maybe, what, like, did you like freshman year? How's the transition?
I think, first of all, the schedule change made everything really different, obviously. I don't think I'm the only one who can speak for that. But I think it was just kind of different because sophomore year, there's more. I didn't take AP World History in freshman year, and then I just jumped into AP US History. And that was a big transition for me. And then from Algebra 2 Trig to Pre-Calc, like, I didn't realize how much of a difference it was going to be, because Algebra 2 Trig, I was like, oh wow, like, I get this. And this year I'm like, okay, like, who needs math? Let's be real. So I think that was also a big transition. Is just not only are you a year older, but everything's getting so much harder. And then this transition scheduling, so then you have 7 classes of homework instead of 4, and it's a little different. And first, and I think it was kind of hard for me because some of the teachers still didn't know what to do. Yeah. They were like, oh, well, we have our lesson planned out for other days, so then they wouldn't know what to do, and then we'd fall behind. So it's kind of rough. Yeah, I know you're not the only one who's struggling with the schedule change. I was too, being like a senior this year, so I know it's hard. But so besides the stressful part of Mundelein, what's something that you've come to love about Mundelein so far, just being a sophomore? I don't really know. I mean, this year I like the fact that since the schedule change, I find myself prioritizing a little bit better. And I think that I like having everything all year round because for me, I remember everything. Like, now next year when I go to, like, history, I'm not going to, this year I forgot everything because I had it in the beginning of the year. So next year, like, I won't have that issue. So that kind of helps. And, like, for some of the teachers, they do a really good job of opening up, like, a good environment for you to ask as many questions as you need and, like, not feel dumb. Versus some other teachers are just kind of, like, you just went over that, why are you asking questions? So I think it just depends on the class. For some classes, I'm like, wow, like, yay, I'm in the 4th period. And other classes, I'm like, oh, this class, so I think it just kind of varies depending on the class.
So we have to go to commercial break, but when we come back, we can continue talking about Mundelein High School. Just what you got. Oh my god, I remember it.
When you told me about this Candy Crush game, at first I thought, so what? But now I can't stop playing.
That's not how it works.
I mean, it's so simple. It's like my car insurance. I saved 15% in 15 minutes.
Well, Esurance could have saved you money in half that time.
3 in a row. Sweet.
15 minutes for a quote isn't so sweet.
Level 2.
Start with a quote from Esurance and you can save money on car insurance in half the time. Welcome to the modern world. Esurance, backed by Allstate. Click or call.
want to see how they react.
Hey guys, welcome back from commercial. So let's continue talking to Sophia about Mudline. So Sophia, I know you're only a sophomore and it's kind of early to ask you this question, but do you think you have any idea on college yet? I don't know if I'm asking because I'm a senior and I have to think about that, but do you think you have any ideas?
School-wise, I haven't really thought that much about it. I'm kind of interested in Iowa, but that's just because like I heard a lot of good things about it, and I kind of liked Kentucky.
Okay.
But those are the only two I really like. I haven't thought about specific schools, but I know I have a couple options of what I want to do because I kind of want to be an orthodontist.
Ooh.
And I kind of want to be a physical therapist.
Ooh.
But I like Spanish and I like dance, so I kind of want to be like by day Spanish teacher, by night dance teacher kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I have a lot of options, but I know people who majored in Spanish, dance, and like they have a good orthodontist program at Iowa, so that's why I was like looking into it.
Yeah.
So.
No. Yeah. Honestly, you can achieve anything you want to if you really put your mind to it. Even as corny as that sounds, but wish you the best. But so being a teacher, is that something that really interests you?
I don't really know. Like, I used to think like, wow, Sophia, don't be a teacher. You're horrible with children. So I think I'd probably be like middle school, high school age, hopefully. Yeah. But I think it interests me because like I like kids most of the time. I don't really remember. I think it was because of Miss Gully, honestly. Because she was like, Sophia, you should be a Spanish teacher. And even Miss Furman, she's like, oh, you'd be a good Spanish teacher. So I don't know. I thought about it and I just really like it, but I don't know anything else. Like maybe I'll just be one of those people to like translate for others. So I don't know.
So then you also had the idea of also being an orthodontist.
Yeah.
So that's really different from maybe a Spanish teacher or even, I guess, physical therapist and orthodontist are kind of similar. But why an orthodontist?
I think it's because when I was in 6th grade, I like had gotten my braces on, and within that I had my bottom wisdom teeth removed. I had my top wisdom teeth removed.
That's early.
Yeah, I was 11, and then I had the bottom part right here of my jawbone shaved down because it was too close. So I had a lot of like teeth issues, but I didn't think my teeth were that bad. I got my braces off. No joke. I think 3 weeks straight. I was like, I like would not stop smiling. Like I physically couldn't. I was like, I love my teeth. And this is probably gonna sound so weird, but like, you know, I think teeth are like something that could make it could make or break somebody's like appearance.
Oh, no, it definitely does.
And like obviously some things work for people, but I think like nice teeth is like attractive, and so I don't know. I think because after I got mine off, I was like, wow, I want to make people feel as happy as I feel right now.
Oh, no. It's so true. Like when somebody gets their braces off and they're like, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and like they're like everything about them just stands out. You're like, wow.
No, you're right. It totally like goes up. But all right, it looks like we're gonna have to wrap it up today. It was so nice getting to know you and talking to you, Sophia.
Nice being here.
So thank you guys listening through today's show, and we hope to see you next time.